The Penn State Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science has long been known as a top-notch undergraduate and graduate program. But it's the student clubs here that the students and alumni believe is the reason they're in the field they are today. One of those clubs is the Stormchase team at Penn State.
Actually go on a Stormchase trip after the spring semester in the first 2 weeks of May, where we drive out, we take our own cars out to the Midwest, and we chase tornadoes for 2 weeks.
Chasing tornadoes is no simple task and poses many threats to those who try to get up close to them. That is why it is vitally important to do your homework.
We'll have guest speakers, maybe, famous storm chasers, maybe someone at the Storm Prediction Center come talk to us.
In addition to talking with experts in the field, members study severe thunderstorms throughout the year and how to be safe during them. Those who are selected to go on after an application and interview process then to get to really see what the Stormchase team is all about.
The biggest thing that Stormchase brings to our members is to take what they know, what they've been learning in the classroom, and apply it to the real world. In the classroom, we don't really get this experience that you can just go and watch a supercell spinning and dropping a tornado in the plains.
For those interested in forecasting and communicating the weather, the department has the Penn State Campus Weather Service, the largest student-run forecasting organization in the nation.
We have over 100 student meteorologists that have some sort of hand in our weather forecasting operation, whether that be just simply making a web forecast for 11 different regions across Pennsylvania, or maybe they come down here to the studio and do some sort of video forecast. Maybe upstairs in our radio booth they'll provide a radio forecast for a client, and basically both the forecasting and the communications people work together to ultimately deliver our mission to the public, which is to provide them with accurate and reliable weather forecasts for Pennsylvania.
A key part of the Campus Weather Service is students being able to get hands-on experience the moment they walk through the door.
It's actually a great opportunity to especially get your feet wet when you're first starting out here at Penn State. Many students, this is where they get their start in basically almost any sort of area of meteorology that they go into. So many people who go into TV, they get their start by doing a video for Campus Weather Service. People who go on to become operational forecasters, maybe one of their first ever forecasts or forecast discussions starts at the Campus Weather Service level, where they're able to sort of put the knowledge that they've already had with their own experiences forecasting, combined with new experiences that are taught usually by upperclassmen to them, and they can sort of make their own forecast off of that, and then ultimately that leads them to kind of their career path, which is eventually becoming a full-time forecaster for some part of the country, which I think is really cool.
Around for over 45 years, Campus Weather Service has built a reputation and special bond with its audience all across the state.
Create a forecast that's going to be listened to, it's going to be trusted. We have a very big social media presence. On Facebook we have over 2,000 likes on our page. On Twitter we have over 6,000 followers. And I think in the big picture of things, I think that really says a lot, that people are willing to put so much trust into hard-working students that are just trying to deliver a very simple message, and that's basically to prepare you for any weather that's going to come your day on a certain day.
Meteorology goes beyond the traditional realms of operational forecasting, TV, and research. Recently, more and more meteorologists are finding their niche in the business world with risk management and insurance.
Weather Risk Management Club is a professional organization that we have in the department, and it's an opportunity for underclassmen to learn about what weather risk is and possible jobs they can have with it, and what our alumni are doing.
With roughly a third of the U.S. GDP impacted directly by the weather, it is no wonder why companies are interested in meteorologists.
Well, a lot of it has to do with how weather affects the business. That's where we're being placed in jobs. So a lot of it's insurance. We do catastrophe risk modeling, which is discovering how much a cost of a certain type of storm and like storm strength would have on an area.
Another area of weather risk is commodities. The Weather Risk Club prepares its members to enter this field by simulating real-world energy trading.
Simulate what trading energy futures on a real market would be. So we use the real market prices and the real techniques, but it's not real money. So they get to learn how the market moves with the weather or even without the weather.
Between chasing severe storms, broadcasting, forecasting, and weather risk, there are so many areas meteorologists and atmospheric scientists can go into. Two professional organizations, the American Meteorological Society and the National Weather Association, hold conferences around the country annually to help bring the people in these areas together and share experiences. Our students can attend those conferences through the Penn State branch of the American Meteorological Society and chapter of the National Weather Association.
We offer the opportunity for students to become involved in a professional organization that they can be involved in all throughout their career at all stages.
Students also have the opportunity to attend both the annual American Meteorological Society Conference in January and the National Weather Association Conference in September. The club also participates in events throughout the local community.
Community, we do a lot of community service. So one event that comes to mind, a couple of weeks ago, we went to an elementary school science fair and judged the science fair, which is a lot of fun.
With all of these clubs in the department, there is truly something for everyone. From chasing severe storms, to forecasting and communicating the weather, to learning the ins and outs of market trading, or helping the local children learn science. Students really get an early start in doing what they love. For Weather World, I'm Mike Susko.